so I have three functions here. I have a linear function, I have an exponential function, right? Notice the x is in the exponent. And I have a quadratic function where the exponent is 2. Quadratic function. Okay, now I'm going to fill out this table. So I'm saying, okay, if the x value is 1, what's the value of f of x? Now look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show my work like down below, but I'm just going to show you like what box my work is for. So like for box number 1, what I'm doing is I'm plugging in 1. I'm plugging in 1 into this function. So I'm doing 5. Instead of x, I'm putting 1. Right, so it looks like this. So 5 times 1 is 5 minus 4, that's 1. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 in this box. Okay, and I'm just like, you could just see I'm just showing my work down here. So I'm going to go, let's actually just go across. Okay, so here's box number 2. Let me show my work. This is 3 to the power of x. So this is 3 to the power of, what's x? Oh, the power of 1. So 3 to the power of 1, oh, that just equals 3. So there's going to be a 3 here. Okay, now quadratic. X squared minus 7. So instead of x, right, I have x squared minus 7. That's my function. That's my h of x. I'm plugging in 1 into that function. So this is 1 squared. That's 1 times 1. That's 1. Minus 7. That's negative 6. Okay, and then going across the next row. Now I'm plugging in 0 into these same functions. So let's just call this box 4. Okay, so remember my function is 5x minus 4, right? So it's 5x minus 4. In this case, look, and like here, it's like I'm always just plugging in. Like let's if I just think about this, right? This is 3 to the power of x. So this is 3 to the power of whatever my x is, right? So I'm just plugging in different values here into these same functions. This is x squared minus 7, right? So if I'm going across this row, these three functions, but I'm plugging in 0 as x. So in this case, 0 is x here, 0 is x here, 0 is x here. Now those zeros behave differently just depending on the type of function it is, right? Like here, for example, 5 times 0, that's 0. 0 minus 4, that's negative 4. So in this box, I'm going to put negative 4. Okay. 3 to the 0 power. What's 3 to the 0 power? Anything to the 0 power is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So this is 1. 0 squared, that's 0 times 0, that's 0. Minus 7 is negative 7. Down to this row, okay, and again, I'm just using these numbers so that you can be just clear on like where my work is, so you can kind of reference back to it. So for box number 7, again, I'm using my f of x function, which is 5 times x minus 4. Okay, in this case, I'm plugging in my x value as 3. So 15 minus 4, that's 11. Okay, for this box, I'm plugging in my function is 3 to the power of x. In this case, my x is 3. So that equals 3 times 3 times 3. So what is that? 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. And then my quadratic, I'm doing x squared minus 7. In this case, my x is 3. So this is 3 squared minus 7. 3 squared is 3 times 3, that's 9. Minus 7, that's 2. Okay. Now, this last row is different. This last row is saying I already have my like output, right? Like here I'm inputting x, inputting out, like I input x into this one, into this one, into this one. I input this x into this equation, into this equation, into this equation. I input. Now I'm like, oh, I have this output already. Okay, so look here, this was number 9. Look, I'm gonna focus on this box right now. I'm trying to figure out what this x value is. Now, what information do I have? Well, the information that I have is that if I take this function, f of x equals 5x minus 4, if I take that function, look, the output is 21. So look, the output is 21. Now, how can I find the input? Oh, look, I'll just get x by itself. I'll just solve. Right, I'm going to divide by 5. I get 5 equals x. Okay, so that tells me, oh look, what number should I have put in to get a 21 out? Well, I should put in a 5. Now I'm going to put that there. Let me check it here. Right here, this, like, the question is if I put in a 5 in for x here, do I get 243? Let's see. This says 3 to the power of x. So is 3 to the power of 5 243? Let's see. that's this. Is that equal to 243? And you can use a calculator if you need to. 3 times 3, that's 9. Times 3, that's 27. Times 3, that's 81. Times 3, that's 243. Perfect. That works. That makes me think, okay, my 5, it's correct, right? If I plug in 5 for x, I get 21 here. I get 243 here. And now let's find what I get when I plug it in to my final equation. Okay, and remember my h of x is x squared minus 7. And this time I've decided, okay, I'm plugging in 5. So 5 squared, that's 25, minus 7, I get 18. Okay, so I'm putting 18 in this last box. Okay, so a lot of work goes into this, but remember, this is my input. This is my input. And I put it into like these different machines. There's the F machine, there's the G machine, there's the H machine, and then all these numbers are what I get as my output when I put a number into these different machines.